crypto morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. And this is your morning tea. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the winds blow. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the data. The FOMO index has inched up to 56 from yesterday's 54. Bitcoin dominance is 50.1%. 24-hour volume is 40 billion. The overall market cap is 1.19 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, an entire week of chopping broccoli. Last night, we get what some legacy analysts call a little pump, retesting our descending triangle's resistance level at 30.4. Price action broke up and out of her, did a quick how's your uncle back down to give a support test and pump back up, peaking out at 31.3, and has since been rejected down to a time of production, 30.8. So we're up and above that 30.7 level we talked about yesterday, which would put my bullish hat on. And we are above all three moving averages where we want to be. But pianomattyb, why the skeptic chagrin? Well, geez, I don't like the rejection we got. It's a little aggressive, don't you know? Now let's keep the triangle, but add a channel of monotonous range so we can see where we really need to be. I mean, she's only $500 away, she is, at 31.4, which is nothing really. But until we break out of this channel, well, there's a chance of retesting support down at 30K, aka the 23.6% fib. And when asked why the Canadian government has censored all news stories on social media platforms, trust fund simp and cuck Justin Trudeau replied, well, how else am I supposed to maintain a constant barrage of brainwashing and gaslighting? Is that a daddler? Yes, it is. Seems we have some bearish divergence of the reversal kind, as price action has made even highs, while the MACD, well, she's made lower highs, and it might not be something, but she's what? That's right. Leave it in the comments section. Now over on the ding dong, we didn't carve out the reversal bullish engulfing channel, but that was more of a timing issue, because price action kept going up, and after that aggressive rejection, we still are, for now, slightly above the 50-yard line in our channel of eternal monotony. Breakout and breakdown levels, keep your peepers on, are up at 31.4 and down at 30K. Quick look at the Wookiee, sees we are respecting this ascending channel, and, well, we need to get up and over her, or else what, pianomattyb? Well, or else we'll probably go back down to retest support. Now, and I say if we have a long weekend dump on Sunday or Monday, here's where it will likely fall. First support break would be at the 23.6% fib at 30K. Failing that, we have the 38.2% fib at 28.9, followed by the 50% fib at 28.1, and finally, if she's so darn tootin', we have the goldenest of golden ratios shows the siggity 1.8% fib down at 27.3. Why you got stuff? And if you squint real hard and proper like, you can see the MACD has crossed back bullish. Which after the 20 moving average crossing bullish over the 200 a couple of days ago, she's a pretty big deal. We want that green line over the red line moving forward. And is it me? Or have we decoupled from the Fed FUD? Usually old Scotch on the rocks, booze breath, Jerry Pow Pow. Well, he spits a hawkish rap and the market collapses. But after his 2-day soliloquy this week, which was rather hawkish, which can be rather bearish for the markets, well, we actually pumped a little. And there's still a lot of trouble brewing with the banking industry that nobody's talking about anymore. And maybe, just maybe, the reason is what we've known all along. They're dead men walking, and the future of economic stability, value, and growth has begun to wash over their sins, burying their Malthusian malice and birthing Bitcoin into the collective zeitgeist. And would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us were guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elites. And that's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live in a couple seconds, so grab yourself a coffee and enjoy a quick one with me. And sing me out, won't you? I'll run the banks of boom to spank. Whoa. Another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days. Aren't we lucky to have them? Yes, so the long weekend whale dump. You know, it's a little bit of a thumbnail, catch it, grab it, blah, blah, blah. But historically, the whales do like to dump when there's very little volume, because a little goes a longer way when everybody's barbecuing somewhere on the beach or something. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm just enjoying my luxuriously delicious black coffee. Joe Blow 2 said, if C18 bill passes, will I still be able to do the show? Well, I could be wrong, Joe Blow 2, but I think it's passed already. I have a VPN. I always have for a long time now, on my phone, on my computer, so I'm not sure. Like, I don't know the exact ins and outs of the VPN, but I like to think it somehow circumvents this whole C18 BS. But I don't know. The problem is that there's so many simpin' cuck gen pop people that are just head nodding whatever said leader says, that when Trudeau tries to align it with, well, this is for content creators, this is to enhance the Canadian content creator, they all nod their head and think that that's why he does it, which obviously he doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't care about, the last person he cares about are content creators. So it's all just a power grab. So I left it a cappella for everyone to make a video of themselves singing Bitcoin Crypto Morning TA. If you get a chance to do that, send it to me via, I don't think you can do it Twitter, because I haven't been able to download videos when people send it to me, or maybe you have. I don't know. If you can, if I can download it through Twitter, DM me through Twitter or DM me through Instagram, because I can definitely do that. Worst case scenario, upload it to YouTube as a unlisted or public, whatever. If you don't want anyone to see it, just put it unlisted and send me the link. Then I can rip it from with one of those trusty YouTube downloaders. Yeah, Bobby Freeman. I'm on Twitter. It's pianomattyb. I'm rather new to all the social medias, so they're all kind of small, boutique, little. That's pianomattyb. Bobby Freeman. Yes. I was driving home with Duke last night. So wait a second. Let me take a look at something. He just dropped below 31K. That's okay. I mean, 31. Alien, my boy is wanting to ask you a question. What's 1 plus 1 times 11? 1 plus 1 minus 1 times 11 is 11? I don't know. You might have got me there on that one. We just fell off of 31K. You can see there. Yeah. Now, see? Unless we're over 31.4, we're just chopping broccoli. Get back to this live. Big one here, yeah. I was driving home last night with Duke. It was my sister's birthday, his Auntie Jinxie. And we were listening to Metallica, because Duke loves Metallica these days, which I find funny because I look at the desire for musical frequencies like the way a jungle looks for the frequencies of the animals. So bear with me here. If you can hear now, there's little noises going on everywhere. Birds chirping, insects buzzing, and they're part of the frequency that the ecosystem needs to know it's time to wake up, it's time to turn the leaves, it's time to go underground, it's et cetera, et cetera. So I always find as humans, we desire frequencies as we get older. Our desire for certain frequencies change. So if you think about when you're a little baby, they're called perfect fifths, like twinkle, 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 twinkle. That's a perfect fifth. And babies like that. And so that's what they desire, and that's what soothes them. And as you get older, you need a change in frequency as you mature. And so the fact that Duke loves Metallica kind of weirds me out, because that frequency I didn't desire in my life till I was late 20s, early 30s, maybe even later. But he's got a buddy named Jet, same age, and they love Metallica, and they'll sit there. And we're not talking Metallica Black, which, I was Metallica Black fan, but I wasn't an Injustice for All, Kill 'Em All, Master of Puppets. I wasn't a big fan of those. They love it. They love that old school Metallica, that kind of low key production. The guitars are a little too MIDI, if you ask this audio sociopath. But they love it. Anyway, we're listening to Metallica, and he asked me, is the sky as old as the earth? And I was like, yeah, obviously. And then I thought a second. Is the sky as old as the earth? Wait a second. Is the sky as old as the earth? And before I got a chance to kind of really think about it and answer him correctly, which I honestly don't have to, I want to say it is, right? But then I think, the sky, earth, did one come before? Is it chicken or the egg type thing? He asked me, how old is this car? And I was about to answer, and he goes, in human years. I was like, God, oh, okay, that's a good question. And I see where you're going with this, because a car doesn't live as long as a human. So correct me if I'm wrong. You may agree with me, you may not, but a car that's 1 year old, the car's one, I'm going to say in human years, it's 5 years old. So I want to put 5 years to every year cars around. So by 20, it's basically like 100-year-old human being. Anyway, I didn't even get to answer that question, because he cranked the Metallica and he started singing it. He can airband to the drums pretty well. Anyway, tonight is the live piano, but I wanted to give an update on last week when I kind of made the push and did the ask, can you
joined me on the piano stream, we saw a major uptick. Storm chasing video. Thanks for becoming a pianomattyb OG. I just noticed that. Thanks very much. It's like a cover charge. When you become a member, it's like a cover charge to the piano stream. And if you do the math, it's basically like 75 cents an hour. So it's relatively good value, I think, at 75 cents an hour. Anyway, I saw an uptick of probably 30%. And we kind of hum along in the 20s. And you have to remember that when I started doing these live piano streams, I was doing it to 1 to 3 people for a solid year. The first person was obviously my mom. You know, she's still on there. And then the other 2 were Sarah Sessman and her husband. So to get to 20, to me, is kind of like, you know, a 10x or a 20x. Really, when you put it, it's all numbers. So from here to that same thing would be, you know, 200 or so. So we did have a peak of almost 50. So that was some decent growth on the world's largest live request dueling piano show in the world on YouTube. So I appreciate everyone tuning into that. That's like my dream goal, is to get that to the biggest live dueling piano. And it can't happen without you guys. We can hum along. We can keep on doing it. And we will. We won't stop. More people come in. Maybe one day it'll be. I like to think it is, because we're the only one doing it. So back when I had 3 people watching it, it might have been the biggest at that point anyway. But here's the big kicker. I think Duke might open the show tonight. He's been practicing the sound check, baby, it's a sound check. And he's even been practicing kind of like doing the intro, talking about it. Hey, welcome to the Jimmy, blah, blah, blah. It's actually pretty hilarious. Now, I say he might because at any point he might pull the ejection seat. And I don't blame him, because for me, it's kind of, I'm always nervous doing it, because you're live, you know, it's etched in an internet history stone, you know, whatever happens, it's there forever. I mean, I could always delete the video, I suppose. But there's internet gumshoes out there that if need be, they can go and they can bring it up somehow with the going back in time thing. Anyway, I'm hoping he does it. I'm looking forward to doing it. You can put in your requests while he's doing his intro, and he's got quite a vast little songbook too. He tends to do short little songs. He doesn't do the whole thing, which I get, because I do it too. Why do all verses? You don't need all 6 verses. Do one verse, 1 chorus. That being said, it should be an epic intro if Duke does it, which, knock on wood, he's going to. And it's 9:30. It's past his bedtime. That's how I sell it to him. He's like, Dad, I don't want to do it. I'm like, well, hey, you get to stay up late. By the time you get home, it's going to be 10:30 at night. That's crazy. So he's like, okay, that sounds good. Speaking of Duke, let's get him out here to sing us out on this beautiful Friday morning. Hope everyone has a great long weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a Monday video. I know it's a holiday. It's holiday here, it's a holiday there, so I don't know, we'll play it. If the markets move, like let's say we do get this dump, I'll definitely make a video. But if it's a Zamboni, bring in the duck. Well, I just told everybody that you're probably going to open up the Jimmy tonight.
I won't.
What?
I won't.
You won't? You want to face it? They can't hear you unless you're talking into the mic.
I don't want to.
Well, we'll see what happens. Remember, you can stay up late if that happens. Anyway, we'll discuss it later. Can you sing us out, buddy?
We're playing the same
Hold on a second.
game, Anna.
Here, I got to explain something to you. I've got the mic super hot right now. So, you can't hit it either. You got to stay about right here, and it'll pick
What
you up
do you mean
real.
super hot?
Well, the trim's high. When I say super hot, that means the trim's super hot. Okay? So we're going to stay about right here. That's a good level. And you can sing the good people.
We're playing the same game as a psychopath thing. Yeah, we This was a fun game. So you know, it's never and stop people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want the beach, the boom, the spank, big going quick.
All right, thanks, Duke. And hopefully we see you tonight on the live stream. Duke's gonna open it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video.